paternity test.
Yabona leyo.
What's your thoughts around that?
Yabona leyo, it's I think it's a sensitive topic.
Okay.
It's a sensitive topic because in terms of saying condoms are free, getting free condoms,
Yes.
how about maybe people are given a free paternity test? In terms of no, let's not give them free condoms anymore.
Yes,
Or
yes.
even if the free condoms are there, but also let's do it a free DNA test just to avoid the hunger and the land.
Okay.
People on Beach Podcast now it's being born.
Yes.
And what is the wife saying about all of this?
Maybe the wife is like, "Oh, my man is making so much money on online."
But I don't saw the money. But that's the money.
Yes, because
you know what's funny?
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, but we never seen our parents kissing or our grandparents kissing, but always the most kids.
Okay.
Which is crazy.
Hello,
Seniors.
welcome to the Beachy Podcast. My name is Jan. How are you guys?
I mean, they must be good.
Yes.
They must be good.
Who's joining us today?
Everyone's a South African.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to celebrating, man.
Oh, I know.
I'm trying to celebrating.
The boys.
The boys. They are surprising us.
What did they do?
They won. No, they come to semi-finals though. Semi-finals.
Of course. What did you expect from South African boys?
But speaking, it was scary to a very like, we don't trust these guys.
Yes.
But I did believe in them.
Yes.
I have proof.
Yes.
Because on my social media, I did post on Facebook, but South Africa is going to finals.
Yes.
People laugh at me.
Okay.
So I just hope but definitely they're gonna really go to finals.
They have to.
They have to.
I mean, I think South Africa has done so well so far when it comes to sport. Last year, the World Cup, won for rugby. Why not AFCON?
Exactly, why not?
Yes,
also, I think the cricket won last year. I think cricket also won. So, I mean, we're getting someone. Anyway, hi, little boy. When you see him in your hood, the camera guys will lick on as I said earlier on, but his name is Dan.
Yes.
And today we're getting it on.
Yes. Welcome to the Beachy Podcast.
Yeah,
so much has been happening as well, apart from Bafana. A lot. I mean, I just heard this person contact us and tell us about paternity tests. What's your thoughts around that?
It's I think it's a sensitive topic.
Okay.
It's a sensitive topic because it could be you asking for it is because you don't trust me.
Yes.
But you also need to be realistic again. But there are lots of people out there who raise their kids that they know their own. Because as a guy can be, let's be honest, as a guy can be sure. As a lady, you are sure that this is your kid because you more than the kid.
Okay.
But as a father, you can't be really be sure. So it's honestly difficult where you're in a situation where you're back. What was the guy thinking to a point about, okay, no, let me ask for a paternity test, but is this child mine?
Yes.
Right. I mean, as a lady, what did you do for the guy to ask that question?
It's because women don't really ask for paternity. I mean, maternity tests, they don't do maternity tests. It's more like the guys that want that.
Exactly.
But I think it also comes to a point of like trust. At what point then don't you think when you ask for that as well, it's like you're opening up a whole lid of trust issues that might come out of a relationship? And how does that feel now? It's like, well, I'm going to have a child with this person who didn't trust that this is their child. Yeah. Then it becomes a bit of a challenge. I don't know how to actually really sort of like approach that. Maybe we can read some of that comment.
Okay, definitely.
Yes, our guest.
No, you go for it because your English is proper. I'm going to say what
Listen to you. What was that? Okay, great. So one of our viewers, right, sent us and said, my boyfriend asked for a paternity test for our child. And what she's saying, as soon as the results come out and show he's a father, I'm leaving him.
Yeah. But as I said a long time about, it's a sensitive topic, né? But again, as a guy can be sure because of the thing that's been happening. Okay. Right? And again, you know about what caused it? No, but let me ask for these results. Why is this really my child? Because I don't think someone just out of the blue they say no. I want us to do a test. It might be something triggered.
Correct.
Yeah, So I don't think it's something that just happened just like that.
Yes,
Yeah, but,
yes. Well, I mean, I think for quite a lot of different people, it's sort of like could also be influenced by different people
Definitely.
as to like what they perceive as like, oh, is it really a child? Or, but I mean, some people traditionally within South Africa, they also do paternity tests quite differently. Traditionally,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I saw
some people
in
like
front of a cow and then, yeah.
and all of that. I don't know what you think about that.
I think it's proven to work.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I think it is proven to work, and it's working for some.
Yes.
Right? And you know, in that way, which is don't have to go through the mud if you don't trust the mud.
Yes.
Then you can automatically do law and then you're like, okay, now this is not my child, and then what?
Yes.
So then let's say we find out by it's not your child. What they're gonna do from there? They're gonna say, okay, no, let me go and actually go and do a DNA test, or I'm gonna just or gonna confront the mother. But I don't trust man. What's happening here? Is this really my child?
Yeah.
But
But I mean, I think when you find out that it's your child, then what? How do you then rebuild that level of trust with that person that you have a relationship with?
But it goes both ways, you know. I need to be sure because I'm a guy. I can't be sure.
Okay.
I can't be sure. As much as it might create the friction between us or it might even end our relationship.
Yes.
So I think at that moment, umdu oti rather lose the relationship than raise a child that is not mine. I think if someone comes to that mind about rather lose the relationship that I have with the mother than to raise the child that is not mine.
Okay.
But I think which is I think soundly Londo leyo should be, let's say, what if into the shift and then we say in terms of saying condoms are free, getting free condoms, how about maybe people are given a free paternity test? But in terms of no, let's not give them free condoms anymore. Or even if the free condoms are there, but also let's do a free DNA test just to avoid young and the land.
Okay.
And then which is in that way is gonna be something that is normal. They won't be like strange anymore when someone asks for it because no, it's just normal.
Maybe then perhaps like when parents give birth, like the mother, the father, the child, they all have like a test, DNA test, right?
Yeah.
Sort of like they profiling and everything to just see. Well, not to see. It's more like it should just be complimentary. You know, like with a birth certificate. It's just like right? I think maybe something like that, where like your DNA profiling is just like done as complimentary when somebody gives birth for both parents, if they do give consent. But I mean, I think again, it's like even if you're questioning to say you want the paternity test, some women are very comfortable to say, well, go ahead.
It's not like I have nothing to hide. That's the thing again. I have nothing, then go ahead.
I think the challenge comes with, why did you question me on that?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, why did you question that level of trust? What made you have that level of doubt? And I think that's what probably a lot of people are more offended by when they encountered with that question of like, let's go and do the paternity test.
Sometimes when the reason just need to be sure. From everything that has been happening, so just need to be sure. Yes. Because I don't face a challenge where you invested so much in this relationship with this child. 3 years later, it's not your child. Yes. And which is it's not gonna be easy for you to walk away already. Because you've treated that relationship with the child. Yes. Even though you might walk away, but it won't be easy. Yes. So when you balance already, it didn't only ruin one person. Correct. But it ruin you and also the child, because the child will know you as a father. Yes. That's true. So just to avoid the that drama. Yeah, but imagine the child also growing up to hear that the father asked for the paternity test when they were not born yet. Yeah, but again, it's a challenge, because now you're including your child with fight that has nothing to do with the child. In a way, but then it's affecting the child. You're being beaten. You're being beaten. Is that being too beachy? Too beachy. Okay. Fight your battles. Yes. For yourself, with yourself, with the husband or boyfriend. Correct. But don't use the child. Yeah, that's true. Don't involve that. Don't involve them. Yeah. Yes. That hurts them more, right? Yeah. Even though you think maybe no one, but no, they hate them more. Yeah. Because they question, why does this person somehow feels like they're resisting me? It's like they questioning, is this my father? Is it my child? Yes. So that's bitch. Very bitchy. Yeah. But I mean, when you talk about hiding that when it comes to identity, it's the same thing when we see online what's happening today as to
you could actually be looking at a sex tape, but it's not the
And
person.
you know, this is Licon. This is the guy from the Beach podcast. Now it's being porn.
Yes.
And what is the wife saying about all of this?
Maybe the wife is like, "Oh, my man is making so much money on online."
But and I don't see the money. But that's the money.
Yes, because it's not even you. But somebody just happened to slap your face onto somebody that's performing porn online and having to make money out of it. What do you think about that?
Everyone into a deepfake. Honestly, it's too much.
Yes.
Because honestly speaking, I don't think there's a positive way to use deepfake. Well, I'm would use deepfake.
Yeah, let's think about that. Why are some of the benefits of using deepfake? Yes. I'd imagine to do modeling on things. Like, for example, think of like if you are creating animation, right? You could use like deepfakes for animation. You could use deepfakes to create movies.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, think about like, do you need, let's say, an actor or an actress in like on a set shooting? I mean, even us here, we could just have two people talking about just our faces. We don't have to come to the office.
Yeah.
That would be so Gucci.
That would be so nice.
That would be so nice, right? We put them here.
Yeah.
My face, your face.
Your voice.
We're just talking from wherever we are. Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be fun.
So that could
that could be one of the reasons
the advantages.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think in general, society has made deepfake more of a negative issue because some sites online, what has happened is when they have used a celebrity to create a deepfake, apparently these sites, they see a rise in traffic because people are interested.
But when you can discipline, then you're making more money. Yes. Even though it's a fake person.
It's a fake person and it's being done online. People paying for that deepfake pornography could be paying for it with money that's stolen, money that's used for drug trade, all these things like drug trafficking, right? That's the kind of money that could also be used in all that. So then it becomes a big problem. And I think sometimes it's like if you are sending, for example, your boyfriend, girlfriend, what do you call it?
A picture of a photo or a picture of yourself.
Yes, and they create a deepfake out of it. I mean, that could be very tragic for a lot of young people because it's like it's something that can ruin their career. Yeah.
And young because some of us are not well knowledge or don't know about these things. So when I say this, when I say this is you.
Yes.
Because I don't know what this deepfake is. Right? Someone like, no, definitely this is you. So you know, younger the relationships happen.
Yes.
Right. People lose respect for you about something that has nothing to do with you.
Yes.
Or you don't even know about.
Yes. But then how do you prevent it? How do you prevent people not using your images, content online as deepfake? Because I can go on your social media now, screenshot you, and then there we see you performing all sorts of things.
What
would you say? Stamina. Is it not maybe because they're the old generation? Surely young people today understand that, I mean, they can do pornography and make a lot of money out of it. It's like the older generation, I think their views on pornography is quite a bit different as well. Because like, do our parents see pornography as work? Compared to, I think, our generation of young people, do they see doing pornography online as a different kind of work? And I think those could be like two different things in different societies as to like what's your views around that. And I think it just really depends on you.
I think if you watch China, there's even this generation, I don't think some of us see as that. I think even some of us see like, yeah, you're making money, but what about your dignity?
Well, this girl, she said like for her having to perform online and do porn by herself, using sex toys and all of that, gives her freedom to explore sexually while sharing that with the world. She's having sex by herself, right? And she feels like she's not doing it with another man, somebody who's taking her power. For her, it's like she's exploring that sexuality while sharing it with the world and making money from that.
I think it kind of when you're in London, it's all good. But I think it's a challenge when you have a child. Imagine a child being teased about you.
Yes.
Just imagine, right? So you're at school, and someone they tap at you, hey gang, look here's your mother. You see,
what's your mother doing?
Look at the social game as a child, as much as it might be good, and then also you're paying for the child to go to school. They do not show about what the adults are gonna say about your child. Because don't think maybe your child is gonna be mentally fit as the mother.
Correct.
Social game,
but you're supposed to teach your children to be very mentally prepared for that kind of work. When you know the kind of work you do as a parent. I mean, look at Kim Kardashian. Her sex tape was leaked.
And then I'm saying,
look at her.
What is the talent?
Well, I mean, she's one of the most successful business women, really. I don't think people should just like reduce her to a sex tape that apparently was leaked.
Even though that's there.
Apparently, even with her, it was probably like a revenge porn because that sex tape was leaked, right? And then somehow she just became popular and very successful. And I mean, when you look at her today, you don't think a porn star. The kids, her kids, I think they're probably well prepared for that mentally. So yeah, sometimes I think it really just depends on the individual as to what they think of that kind of work and world in a way. I don't know. You guys can share your thoughts on some of that on our comments.
Yeah.
And you guys can also like, subscribe, comment,
share zonke. And you're talking about do parents see big porn as well? You know what's funny? It's funny about we never seen our parents kissing or our grandparents kissing, but always the most kids.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Maybe they didn't. Our parents didn't have like what do you call it? Display of affection in public.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
it's called something like that. Yeah.
So it's not just let's keep it private. Private.
I think they're also very modest. I think they were very modest people. They lived in a very modest society where people can respect them as to how they present themselves. So I think society morally probably has become more and more liberal over time, that people now is like, well,
like whatever.
They are kissing, people are holding hands, you can see that. So it's quite I don't know, it's just a different world that we live in.
It's different.
Yes,
different one. Because I remember now, I would always, if I see my mom, or even if I see any parent, by the way, I'm walking with a girl, I'm gonna say, no, walk in front, I'm gonna walk behind. But these days now, I'm gonna look on the side.
Yes.
Kids are kissing.
Yes.
So then we're talking about revenge porn. I saw not a video. I saw a log on Facebook last night.
Yes.
Right yesterday, and I saw someone talk about
Are you still on Facebook?
Yeah, I'm still on Facebook.
Oh God.
Rather Facebook than X.
Okay, really?
Rather Facebook than X.
Oh God. Maybe I think it's maybe because I think parents tend to be more Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's a very like parent groups. They have all those groups there. I think so. That's how I see Facebook really.
Lucky enough,
I've jumped that ship long time ago.
Lucky enough, my mom
yes.
or my mom's sisters, they're not on Facebook, so I'm lucky.
Okay.
And again, I don't mind because it's like on Facebook, I'm not on all that. So to a point that even my mom still sees my status on WhatsApp, I didn't hide it.
Yes.
Which is that I'm doing something good.
Yes.
Because if you're hiding your parents, there's something that you're doing.
You're right.
There's something that you're doing. So I saw this on Facebook, neighbor. A Spar lady was sent a video to her boyfriend, and it was linked on social media, and it was trending.
Okay.
So I saw this morning. So I'm not gonna lie. I went, I did search Paternity video. I couldn't say anything.
Okay.
I couldn't say anything.
So you were looking for it.
I was looking for it so that I can talk about something that I know.
By the way, so if you, let's say, got access to that video, and would you pay to see it if it was on a site where you have to pay to see it or not?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So you'll just see it because it's available to see.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Not because you are really like curious.
Not that I'm exactly like I'm gonna pay for something, but and then after watching it, then what?
And I think that's what people who are perpetuating revenge porn do. They create that bait for you to, in order to click and pay, and then they just make money from that, regardless of like who the victim is in that situation. That I think is the same case with the lady from the spa.
Which is, and again, the third part, we laugh when such things happen, right? We laugh, we share. No, let me see the video. But we don't sit for a moment and think, but what if it was me?
Yes.
We don't really think about that.
Correct.
But again, when I blame the lady, now why did you send the video? But guys, when you're in love, you never been stupid in love.
Dangerously in love.
Dangerously in love. Okay. So I think that's the case.
What does that look like? You sent everything.
Everything.
All nudes.
Everything.
Oh my god.
Legs up, legs down.
Oh my goodness. No. And then tell me what happens then when you break up?
That's what happens.
Do you request for that information back?
Even if
I see those words.
Yes, you can. You can. And also, what they have this power against you, and you can just share on social media. And this one we're gonna share. We're gonna get excited. We're gonna share also. Yes. But we understand about what are the causes we cause into the victim.
So you see, that's why I prefer our parents' old style.
Perfect.
It's like you will not see me kissing in public, but
you're gonna see the results.
The result is the children,
exactly.
Right? It's not about like maybe we're trying too much as a young generation with the legs up and everything and taking pictures. Because the minute somebody has that access of your information, I mean, they can really take control of and bully you. As an individual, as to how much you can actually pay them, and people get probably even depression.
And sometimes even kill themselves. Because I saw this morning they said she killed herself.
Oh really?
Yeah, which I don't know how true is it, right? But I'm sure she got fired. So I don't know, she's losing so much.
Yes.
And some people might say, no, blaming her. But again, why can't you talk about the boyfriend who linked the pictures or the video? Why can't you talk about such people?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So because I'm giving you this, I'm giving you my life, I'm giving you me, because I trust you.
Yes.
Right. So which is if I'm doing this, I trusted you enough while doing this to me.
I wonder, I mean, based on what you guys are commenting at home, but what are your thoughts? Do you think, is it men that care more about what they're exposing, or is it women that care more about what they're exposing? What do you guys think? Like, when you in terms of like nudity, right?
Yeah.
Do men care that much that what is exposed out there, or women care more?
I think guys don't really care. I don't think they care much, guys.
Okay.
Because I think most guys like to boost. I'm
also thinking that, but I'm not quite sure. It's like, you know what? I did a good job.
Exactly. So I think because most guys like to boost. So I think maybe with ladies it's a different story.
It's a shame. It's a whole thing that comes with shame and everything. Yeah. And
the sad part is mostly it's gonna be also ladies gonna be on this case of this lady. No shame. Why they should be protecting each other. I think also when they come together and protect each other, that would be so amazing. And also, if you're doing that, please make sure you hide your face. Don't be showing your face when you're doing such things, because such things happen.
Okay.
So make sure your face is hidden. Don't show your face, right? And also, I think there's also a way where you can report someone who does revenge porn on you. I think you can report them.
Yes.
And they can go to jail. I think I think is it 2 years or what?
I think what they said was that the victim who's identified there, if they can't be identified, and it's like if you are going to press charges, I think the perpetrator will probably pay about like what? 300,000 right in South Africa.
Sure.
Yeah, and I think you go to prison for about like 5 years for doing that.
Guys, make sure you stand up. Go report 300,000. Imagine. I'll not mind anymore as much as my dignity, but I think it's 300,000. Then I'll be smiling at least.
Okay. You reckon? I mean, you could lose a lot.
And you could lose a lot. You lose a job, you lose friends, you lose family members, and you get into depression.
Yes.
So maybe this 300,000 might make you feel some type of way better in a way, but not really. I mean, imagine now you have to go to Mauritius just to release your stress. As much as your dignity, but at least, I think so.
When you're Mauritius, you find somebody that asks you for more news, then what do you do?
Like, no, I let the hard way. I let the hard way. Exactly, yeah.
And what if in Mauritius, they say that they'll pay you $1 million if you take the person to prison?
Yeah, but I think in that way,
Yes.
you might as well just go into porn. It's like those things that that's what you want to do. You might as well just go do porn. Those things like that's what destined. If you're gonna everywhere you go, people are gonna then it's your destiny. So you might as well
You might
make
as
money
well.
out of it.
Okay.
Willingly, willingly,
Openly.
openly,
In
exactly.
public.
So, in public.
Oh my
So I think in
goodness.
that figure was gonna be much better.
Yes,
About,
yes.
yeah.
But then, I mean, I think for what's important is also understanding that a lot of young girls are also trafficked and hijacked, and actually made to perform these like sexual acts online for porn, and they are drugged and all of that. And when it comes out, we see them and they sort of like just almost like they're very depressed young people. They ashamed of what has happened, and they feel like they don't have any dignity and place in society anymore.
Exactly.
And I think there needs to be maybe programs to teach young people today as to at schools. I think that because a lot of young people have access to cell phones today,
Definitely.
they probably take a lot of selfies.
I know.
And what are they taking? Legs up, left, right, and center. Up in the sky. Oh my God, kids, do not. It's just a no.
It's a no.
When they ask you for the nudes,
Just
do it like they did back in the day.
Yeah, like no.
No, it's a no. So then, I mean, it comes back to like when you look at young people today having access to a lot of phones, like how their lives are on social media versus reality. That level of difference causes a lot of pressure for them, and it's like, how do young people learn as to what's happening on social media is not
really,
reality? Yeah.
I think Nathi is the youngsters. I'm gonna say I'm a youngster myself just to fit in, right?
Well, I think they say youth is anyone under 35 in South Africa. Yeah? Oh, you don't think that?
No, I don't think that. But
Okay.
That's not
Yes.
You know, so I think we are living this movie lives.
Yes.
Right. This fantasy life, we don't want to be real anymore. So that the reality is boring.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you are too real, you are boring. You need to be this person that nobody can relate to you.
Yes.
But you're gonna want to relate to you. I'm not sure if I make sense.
More like they can't live your lifestyle, but it's like they aspire, you make them aspire to live that lifestyle that's actually not even sustainable for you yourself.
Even myself.
Yes.
So I'm just doing this so that I can be able to.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And like, I think it's all. Or a day before I got home, my wife was watching. I think it's
the Beachy podcast.
After watching the Beachy podcast,
fantastic. Shout out to her.
Yeah, after watching the Beachy podcast, yes. Right? She was watching these entertainment bloggers. Right? I'm not sure. I didn't get the name of the person they say. She faked everything. She even faked Hello Bola that she went. People went to people went. They did the Lobola for her, which was all fake.
Oh,
which is solid lie.
It's just for content.
Just for content.
I mean, everything for content, right?
So do you imagine now like this person and you're so inspired by this person, but then you find out all their life is fake.
Yes.
And then you have to go through all these things, defying your parents, don't listen to your parents because you want this life.
Yes.
Or putting so much on your parents, too much pressure on your parents so that you can afford certain things.
Yes.
Just be like this person who is fake.
Without realizing that other person, that is also not a reality. Actually for them. Yeah. It's a big problem.
It's a big one.
Yeah.
And again, the question again about as a parent, how do you fight into it? That's what I'm saying, but to be a parent, it's a battle.
Yes.
You cannot win, you cannot lose.
But I think also just for a lot of young people independently themselves, because they're trying to almost like find a community to fit in and all of that. And it's like, how do they fit in within society? They feel like, maybe let's say for boys, they feel like, oh, I need to maybe play soccer in order to fit in with this group. I need to go drinking with this group in order to fit in. I need to go do drugs in order to, and I think those are sort of like the challenges, and I think we need more sort of like programs in our communities whereby we really bring young people to sort of like take them away from the streets where they're actually exposed to a lot of like the crime, the drugs, all of that, so that these programs are meant to really do things that are more real, not what they see on social media, right? Like things like, are they learning how to swim? Are they learning how to paint? Are they learning how to read, right? So many things that are real and empowers and develops them, as opposed to constant scrolling on their phone
all the time. And about talking about taking kids and bringing them into playing football, right? This Saturday I went to airport.
Okay.
Right, I went to the airport. I was using N2.
Yes.
Right, I was using N2. I passed by Nyanga. So what I saw, which is Kokule to Nyanga. So what I saw is very sad, you know. So just to the main road N2, right? These kids are playing football here, just next to the road.
Okay.
Right. So which thing, I think the main reason for that is because people they're building sheds to wherever they see there's ground available.
Yes.
So they're pushing the kids away.
Correct.
So which is also the bad thing. Because as much as we're doing this, which is now we're not also helping our kids in a way, we chase them away.
Yes.
And no, next to a dangerous road. Because it's N2.
Yes.
Accident happen. What happens when a ball goes inside the road and the kids they don't look, they just go and fetch the ball?
Yes.
Yes. How are we gonna blame again?
Oh my god. Yeah, that's
so as much as we want this thing, but also as a community, also failing our kids.
Yes.
Yeah, also failing as our kids.
I think there's also that balance between like human settlement, right? It's like people need a place to live. You know, people need a place to sleep, versus like children having to need a playground to play soccer. It might sound like it's two extremes, but I think there's always like a lot of challenges with either, because if those kids are not developed like that, having to have recreational activities, what do? If they don't play soccer,
the other option is crime.
Yes. I've seen so many young people who are in prison, right? And they go to prison because they're just carrying knives, you know, and what are they doing with knives? They are committing crime, they are robbing people and all of that. And it's like, you don't want to really be in a society whereby young people are not developed through recreational activities that are real, you know, as opposed to like, it's just everything online. Because you never know who you meet online.
That's the thing.
There's also deepfakes online, like people with identity, online identity that is fake, right? And these kids could be engaging with those people, thinking it's another 10-year-old. That time the 20-year-old or 30-year-old.
Exactly. So what's the word? Fish catch what?
Oh, catfishing.
Catfishing, exactly.
Yes.
Catfishing.
Pedophiles are online, right?
Which is disgusting. I was watching this other series.
Yes.
And this guy was like praying for a 2-year-old. I'm like, what? This is disgusting.
Oh my god.
What?
No ways. Like that's crazy.
That's disgusting.
Yes. Yeah, that is, and I think that's why it's important to, like, if children have phones, parents must monitor those phones almost every single day. And they must also be just like very limited as to like what they can actually do and not do, what sites to go to and what sites not to go to. But I mean, kids as well, they're very smart.
Yeah, I think they will teach you. They will teach you how to use their phone or even use your phone. so they're very, very smart.
Yes.
So this is the challenge. Because I think the best way is just to sit down with them, talk to them, and then I think at least in that way, maybe. You can't be sure, maybe.
Yes.
Compared to always want to monitor. Okay, no. Okay, maybe you can do both. Right? You talk to them, and then you maybe when they're sleeping, you check their phone if are they listening, right? Or not you guys talk about, right? And then maybe keep on talking, and then you see if you are gonna meet what English speaking.
What do you mean?
So what are you gonna say if are they really listening to what you are saying and then they're doing it? I think that would be
I think the best way is, as a parent, you must create the accounts on the phone, right? And those accounts, you monitor them on another device.
Yeah.
Like, you create a Gmail account for them.
Exactly.
You can just log in to that on another device at any time, right? You can look at the Safari history from another device, right? So that it's, I think that it's not intrusive on top of them, like,
Exactly.
My parents are literally on my phone.
My
Or you're just monitoring from a distance without even them knowing. And I think then they might feel like, okay, no one is monitoring me. And I think as a parent, once you start picking up that they're doing something that is a bit dangerous in their phone, you probably bring those conversations in slowly but surely. Like if you notice, oh, they're getting onto porn sites, how do you bring that conversation about?
I think sometimes, right, as a parent must be brave enough just to ask, well, tell me what do you think about porn?
Yes.
Just to hear them and why they, and then you're gonna see from there
their reaction.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, well, and from there, whenever they say, okay, no, I don't even know what it is.
They could be lying.
They could be lying, right? And already know because you saw the history.
Then that helps you as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. So like, why they like? Maybe they're shy. They don't want to talk about it. Because I remember I think when I was young, my porn I would say is that you're watching your 6 o'clock soapies, right? And then maybe two people are kissing.
Exactly.
And then it just becomes awkward because you watch with the whole family. And then you're like, okay, what's going on here?
Which way this year show you before you can just go on WhatsApp and act like you're on WhatsApp.
Yes, exactly. But when you think about even that kind of kissing on TV, was really nothing much compared to what you see today on Twitter. Because on Twitter today, you can just pick up and see so much that's happening. Whereas like on TV then, I think in a way it's become more like, I think as society has become a bit more and more liberal to how we consume information as to like what we regard as porn. Because I think at some point you'll probably see a nude as just a normal picture.
Exactly.
Don't you think?
That's true. I remember. So I grew up in the rural areas.
Okay.
Solo, right?
Yes.
So I remember in 2005. I moved. That's the same Cape.
Yes.
So I remember in 2005 I moved to Mantra, which is in the same Cape again. So at least, so in the rural area I had no electricity, no TV, no nothing.
Yes.
Right. So I moved to Mantra. There was television.
Yes.
So I remember this other Friday. I think it was Friday. I don't shop between Friday and Saturday, right? So I was watching TV. I was watching the TV.
Yes.
And I was watching a movie. I was watching a movie.
Yes.
And at 12, I'm like, what is this?
We know what happened in the hour. Oh my God!
Like, what is this? I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Yes. What I did,
as a good person, right? Of course, you are curious. You're exactly curious.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I decreased the volume. I'm like, okay.
Let me get my popcorns. Let me Netflix and chill.
Let me Netflix and chill.
Let me eat TV and chill.
Let me just eat TV and chill. Yeah. Right. So that passed, right? So I think 10 years, 5 years later, I thought about. I'm not sure how far it was. I thought about, okay, there was something that was playing. So I took some time and I went to ATV around all the time. Nothing. It's not playing anymore.
Okay.
So I ended up saying, so it goes back to the question, what we're saying about before even kissing was like, no, nothing much. But these days, everything, people are so, right? Which is not even, people maybe complained about that thing.
But even if you look at that kind of content, then as to how people do actually today, quite completely different.
Definitely.
Right? As to, because it's like, I think, just how the world has just become, like I'm saying, very liberal. I mean, maybe in 10 years' time, sending a nude is like, it's just normal.
Like, wow.
Your profile picture will probably be a nude. And you... Well, Victoria Beckham does have like, but she's clothed, of course, right? So, I mean, and I think that might really be the thing. It's like maybe today we're still a bit like conservative, and maybe our kids will show us like,
what was that?
What was that?
Exactly. This is how it's done.
This is how it's done.
That's the man.
Yes. So tomorrow, what are we looking forward to?
My boys.
The boys, what the boys doing? Yes. What are you doing?
I just hope. Look like this Nigeria.
Oh my God, it's crazy. Nigeria versus South Africa.
Already.
I mean, we're always fighting with Nigerians, but they are our friends as well. We love them.
We love them.
You know, they are brothers.
Our sisters love them more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So there's already this friction about we took my piano, we made my piano band, we took from South Africa. Afrobeat. And God and then tomorrow it seems like tomorrow's already the final.
Who I can imagine the ego tomorrow. Right. Oh my God. Where are you watching from?
I wish I can go and watch to a place where there's a lot of people. But sadly,
Nigerians
but
or
sadly,
South Africans.
just a mix.
Just a mix.
Because I want the energy, just a mix.
I
want the
think
energy.
when a match is between South Africa and Nigeria, it's almost like a Soweto derby.
Exactly, yeah,
it's like
definitely.
The biggest two economic powerhouses are playing together.
It feels like a final.
It feels like a
final.
The Niger boys are going to bring it. The South African boys are going to bring it. But I'm rooting for South Africa, of course.
Of course. I
Get them, boys. Get them.
We need it.
What's your score prediction?
I'll give them at least 2-1.
Let's give Nigeria a good 2-0.
2-0, yeah. Even better.
I think let's give them a 2-0. Let's just keep them on like mute. Because once they score, we'll never hear the end of it.
Never. But that's something I wish we can win.
Yes.
Because if they win, I will never hear the end of it.
And the fact that we are in Nigeria, it's gonna be crazy. From here all the way, you'll hear them. So South African boys, make us proud.
There's no other way, guys. There's no other way. Please don't disappoint us. Otherwise, if you lose,
yes.
we have to come back. We have to come to the Beach Podcast.
All of them.
We'll work you down.
Yeah. Yes. What game will we do with them to embarrass them on the Beachy Podcast? So an ice bucket challenge.
Ice bucket. I think they deserve it.
We start with the goalkeeper. The captain.
Because he's the captain. Especially the coach, in fact.
The coach, right?
We start with the coach.
But everybody's always scared of the coach.
Yeah, okay, so we start with the head of the snake. Yeah. The head of the snake.
Yes, I checked that. But the coach will say, no, I told the boys, I gave them the game plan, they didn't follow it.
Which is true again.
Yeah.
So as much as we blame the coach, but the coach can only give the game plan.
Yes.
And then also the players, supplement them.
Yeah, we'll see the game through. I'm excited.
And I love that it's playing early. Because playing at 7.
Okay.
So at least you're gonna go to sleep feeling happy or feeling sad. Which I go with happy more because winning.
I thought you'd say maybe at least you knock off work early to Bri.
That's also exactly, yeah.
Why not?
Which also maybe we might have what do you call this? Public holiday soon. Public holiday soon. When we win.
Yes.
When we win.
The president was charged as well.
When we win.
When we win a public holiday.
Public holiday.
Again. Why not? And people will chill at home. They'll watch the Beachy Podcast by the poolside.
Exactly.
And they'll they'll comment, they'll subscribe. Everything. Come on,
yes.
Thank you so much for joining the Beachy Podcast. My name is Dan, and I'm out of here.
And you already know, this is Harley your boy.
Yes.
When you see him in your hood, some guys, shop.
Where's your hood?
Everywhere, anywhere. The Beachy Podcast.
Global citizens, right?
Yeah,
everywhere. Bye-bye, guys.
We out.